So we have already made the addition part of our fraction operation with fractions foldable. So now we're going to do the subtraction part, and it's going to be as crammed as the addition one is. So be prepared to write small. So on a flap beside addition, we're dealing with subtraction. Then on the inside, see, there you go. See right there where those creases already are, just trace those. It makes a nice little outline for you to keep your notes organized. So again, we're going to do it with like denominators, which is to plain fraction, with unlike denominators, with mixed numbers, and like denominators, and then mixed numbers, and unlike denominators, and data room. Oops. So with like denominators is where we're going to start because that's the easiest place. We got 5/8 minus 3/8. First, subtract your numerators. 5 minus 3 is 2. Second step, keep your denominator. So that will be 2/8. Simplify or reduce to lowest terms. That will simplify to 1/4. 2 and 8 share a factor of 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Easy enough, right? So then, let's do unlike denominators. 7/10 minus 1/2. We're going to find a common denominator. Okay, so for this one, what's nice about this, if I start with 10, I know that 2 will go into 10 because they are both even numbers. If you don't believe me, you can list 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2 will go into 10 5 times. So I make that into an equivalent fraction. Rewrite each fraction as an equivalent fraction with the new denominator. So 1 2 times 5 is 10 as a denominator. 1 times 5 is 5 as the new numerator. 7/10 will remain the same because it already has that denominator. 5 is half of 10, so that's another way you can check yourself on that particular one. Subtract the numerators. So 7 minus 5 is 2. You're going to keep your denominators. So that will be 10. And number 5, simplify. 2 and 10 have a common factor of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So then next, we've got mixed numbers with like denominators. And we've got 5 and 7/12 minus 3 and 5/12. Subtract your numerators. Seven minus 5 works. That's 2. Keep your denominator again. Are you guys seeing a pattern yet? So that'll be 12. Thirdly, we're going to subtract the whole numbers. Portion of the mixed number. So 5 minus 3 is also 2. And then lastly, we're going to simplify. 2 and 12 share the common factor of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Whole number remains the same, 2 and 1/6. Now in some situations, what if it had been 5 minus 7? So I'm going to show you one like that, but with unlike denominators, where we're going to have to regroup. So if we had 10 and 7/21 minus 4 and 2/3, find common denominator. Our common denominator for this one. (21). 3 will actually go into 21 7 times. If you don't believe me, you can list 3 until you get to 21. So there it is. So 7 times. So we're going to rewrite each fraction. As an equivalent fraction. With the new denominator. (10) and 7/21 will stay the same because 21 is already my denominator. Now, 4 and 2/3. It's going to be 2/3. You can say I multiplied the denominator by 7 to get 21. So I'm going to multiply the numerator by 7 to get 14. And that's the equivalent fraction for 2/3. Bring down your whole number part. Now, here's the problem. The problem comes when you try to subtract 14 from 7. 7 minus 14 doesn't work. Okay? So what we have to do is regroup. Okay? Now what I've done, or what I'm going to show you how to do, is I turned everything improper. Okay? So 10 times 21 if I have 10 and 7/21, multiply the whole number by the denominator, that's 210. Then you add the numerator, that's 217. Keep your denominator. Okay, I'm going to repeat that process with the second fraction. So 4 times the 21 plus the 14. So 4 times 21 is 84 plus 14 is 98. 98 over the original denominator 21. Okay. So then I'm going to do 217 minus 98. 17 minus 8 is 9. And I'd actually borrowed there. So I've got to regroup again. 10 minus 9 is 1. And 1 minus nothing is 100. So 119 over 21. There's some steps we didn't write. Make into improper fractions. Subtract the numerators. Keep the denominators. Okay. Now, sometimes you can leave it improper. Sometimes you need to make it into a mixed number, so that's going to depend. I'm going to use hashtag here for number. And then lastly, we're going to simplify it if we can. If I take 119 and divide it by 21, it will go 21 times 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus 0 is 1. So that'll give me 14 over 21. And 14 and 21 do share a common factor of 7. So to simplify this, draw an arrow string if you're out of room. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 21 divided by 7 is 3. And that's all we have for today. Thanks for listening.